Hello, everyone. I'm Chris, and I sincerely appreciate you joining me today. In this introductory video, I'm embarking on a series of educational and informative content specifically tailored to traders just like ourselves. My intention behind creating this community is rooted in a deep desire to be transparent and open about my own trading experiences. I believe it's important to share not only the triumphs, but also the hardships, such as the time where I lost over $100,000 of my own savings. Through a journey filled with struggles and challenges, I fortunately have managed to progress to where I stand today, having qualified for multiple performance accounts and even receiving payouts on those accounts, and also winning several competitions. My objective is to provide an unfiltered and unbiased perspective on various companies I've personally used, aiming to benefit both seasoned traders and those just starting out. And I want to share the ongoing journey I'm on, and I thought it'd be fitting to commence with a genuine and unscripted conversation with the esteemed CEO of Leeloo, Chris. Chris, I extend a warm welcome and express my sincere gratitude for joining me this evening. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for, um, taking the time to do this. I think this is going to be extremely beneficial to many, many people out there. For those looking to getting into trading, for those who are beginners, and those who've been around for a while. I think it's always, personally, I just think it's beneficial for people to hear real stories, not just the winnings and not just the good news, but hey, the struggles that many of us go through. And in your case, while your story is unique, in a way, it is in a way not unique to many people. You're gonna be surprised how many people are gonna be able to connect with your story and what you've been through. Whether it's losing a lot of their own money, you know, and or doing things that kind of jumping ahead of the curve and doing things they shouldn't be doing too early, and they think they already know what's going on. So I think it's going to be very exciting to follow you, and all those that will decide to follow your journey is going to be interesting. So thank you for doing that.
Of course, and I'm really excited to be doing this. And you mentioned a term there that stood out to me, unique, and I think that's a great segue for us to get things kicked off. Now, given that you're on the other side of the table, so to speak, I think you're able to provide us a unique perspective on things that you see dealing with all sorts of different traders from different styles of trading, different backgrounds. And I think to level set with myself and the rest of the audience watching and listening today, could you provide us with an overview of Lilu Trading and its mission? What are some of the things that drive the company and sets it apart from the industry?
Yeah, yeah, good question. I get to do a lot of interviews, and anytime I get to share the story of Lilu, it's just exciting because it's a really good story. And it all started with Jody. Jody's the founder of Lilu, and she's and from Montana, fifth generation rancher. So her family, they come from the ranching community and farmers, and she got into trading futures and quickly realized how many. She started meeting people and quickly realized how many people were losing money and how many people were losing their own money, and they didn't have a way to be able to focus on education, and instead they were just diving deep, with the sharks, to say, instead of learning how to swim first. And so she started Lilu with the purpose to be able to provide a platform that traders can come and practice their strategy, grow their skills, with a monthly fee instead of risking large amount of their capital. And by able to take those practice accounts, and if they're able to meet certain steps and criteria, they can go into what's called what we call a performance account. And
Mhm.
even though that performance account is still paper money on the trader's point of view, um, it has the ability to earn them real life payouts. Once they meet certain benchmarks. And she really's done a phenomenal job with Leeloo. And when I came on board as the CEO, we just worked great together. So Leeloo's mission is for the trader. It's for the real retail traders. We champion them. We champion their education platform, and that's what we're here for. So if you're a beginner, if you've been around the block for a while, or if you're thinking of starting to trade futures, Lulu is a great platform for that.
Right. And you talked a little bit about skills and an educational platform. How does Lilu facilitate skill development and provide live payouts for aspiring futures traders?
Yeah. So, just like I grew up playing sports, Chris. And so what you do in sports is before you go to the game, and you play it somebody else, you got to practice. And so what the practice accounts allow you to do is for a monthly subscription fee or a one-time fee, depending on the different account you may buy, you can say, hey, I have a strategy in mind. I want to test that strategy in the real life market, with real data. Um, but I don't want to, deposit large amounts of money. So I'm gonna go to a company like Leeloo, pay this monthly subscription fee or a one-time fee, like I talked about, and it allows you to trade your account. Depending on the size you select, and practice your strategy. And as you see your strategy work and grow, or as you make adjustments, you know, um, you are able to move into that practice account, like I talked about.
Mm,
And even though you're still in this paper trading, it gives you the opportunity to earn real life payouts as you reach certain marks. And so if you fail, let's say that you reach the max drawdown, right? The trailing drawdown. Um, well, yeah, you're out of the money you paid regarding the subscription or the whatever one time payment you had made, but you're able to start over. You're like, okay, that what happened? You can start diagnosing the problem. You can say, hey, I didn't follow the rules, or maybe this strategy is not quite for me, my
mm,
personality. You can kind of step back, and you didn't lose, you know, 10, 20, $30,000 of your money. You know, and so what we allow traders to do is, and we ask traders to come with a budget, set a budget up, and that budget should last you several years. So however long you can last that budget, it's going to give you the most benefit. If you stretch that budget out, whatever that is, to um, to 2-3 years, that's going to increase your chances of having the best chance to grow and become the trader you want to be. Which is why we offer so many different account sizes. I mean, we offer one that starts at $26 a month.
mm.
So we have a budget account friendly for everyone at every level. So if you're more experienced and you want to go with a bigger account, we have the 300K account. Uh, but you can start as small as the 25K account, and we even have one what we call the Leeloo Express, which is $77. If you take that $77 account, the Express, and if you qualify during the 14 days and you meet the profit target and the trading days required, you get that money back.
Mm.
So you qualify for free, and we've refunded over $200,000 in that. So that's a
Wow.
way to grow your, a good, I think, a healthy way to grow your skills, and see if it's for you. It may not be for you. You may try for a while and say, you know what, I don't have whether what it takes, or it's not for me, or I can't control myself. So yeah, so it serves multiple purposes, I think.
Right. And talking about segueing from the different account sizes being tailored to different levels of trader experience or trading styles, who would you say is the ideal candidate to trade with Lilu? Are there any specific characteristics or skill sets that individuals should possess? And conversely, are there any types of traders who may not be the best fit for Lilu trading?
Yeah, good question. Interesting. I didn't think too much about. I haven't thought about this one. I don't know if I've been asked that question before, but I would say this. Um, before I knew anything about the markets or futures trading, right? I would have said that well, I don't know what Leeloo is and what do they do. So I guess I wouldn't have a need for a Leeloo if I didn't know what the futures market was. But if you're new to the futures market and you know what it is, right? And you say, okay, how can I get into this? It's like a new sport. You find out there's a new sport out there and you never tried it. How can you get involved in that? Well, one of the best ways to me is, play in your backyard. Play it at a very safe level without much commitment to it to see if maybe it connects with you. Well, like I mentioned before, Lilu has multiple accounts that for a very low entry fee, you can try it out, right? Now, we don't provide any educational material, like teaching you how to trade or anything like that. But we allow you the platform for you to bring your own. And that's what a lot of traders, they know someone, if they met someone, and a lot of them already have their own strategy in mind they want to try out. They just don't have a safe place to come and do it. And so I would say traders that tend to do well with Lilu come with a budget. They come with a
Mhm.
plan. And the traders that may not be a good fit for Lilu are those to have the gambling mindset. They just trying to hit a home run and see what happens and get lucky. So those are ones that may not want to come to Lilu. But if you're serious about the potential for future training can lead you in a safe environment, without risking your life savings, like we talked about, it may be a great platform for you to try.
Right, and reflecting back on when I first got into futures trading, I was doing it individually, outside of a community or trading platform or company like Lilu, uh, and I didn't have that safety net or those guardrails to keep me safe when I didn't really have a strategy in place. So for me, when I was first getting more at bats, so to speak, and starting out with Lilu, it gave me a platform to develop my skills, and even skill up and find my way to becoming a more successful trader. Um,
Yeah.
and talking about that and building a community of traders, what measures does Lilu Trading take to foster a supportive and collaborative environment amongst its users?
Yeah. Well, kind of doing like what you're doing now. We have every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I have a YouTube live that I go on YouTube, and I'm glad to announce here that you're going to be joining me on most Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Right, Chris?
That's right. Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I just wish we had a different name for you because Chris, like there's so many Chris's, Uh, so in fact, on Thursday nights we have a bunch of Chris's that join, and I'm like, dude, where are all this Chris's coming from? But it's gonna be a lot of fun, and so that's just one of the ways that I connect with the community. I listen to their input, their questions, their concerns, their celebrations, their what's happening in their lives. Sometimes we just literally talk about Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. So it's a very open platform to be able to just share time together with fellow traders, and I'm a trader myself. And so I'm able to connect with traders very well because I've been, or I'm at, or I will be where this traders are, you know? And
Right.
so just we just happen to be in, maybe if we're not in the same time frame, I've been there or I will be wherever they are. And so it's just great connecting with them. So we have our YouTube live on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be sure you tune in for that, guys. Don't write it down. We make about one or two YouTube videos a week with content. We have very active on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We have a Discord group, which I'm sure you guys, if you haven't checked it out, please be sure you join. So we have a lot of ways to communicate with traders because, in fact, we have traders from all over the world, almost in every country, except a handful. And we find different ways to connect with them. We have a great team that are bilingual. So we provide Spanish support in addition to obviously English, and yeah, so we just find different ways to connect with traders, and I also don't, I go and talk at different companies, or in this case, I get invited to YouTube videos like yourself, and chat and talk about Leeloo and just share time with the people in the community. So, and as you grow your community, I think you're going to see that we'll be potentially, hopefully, spending time together. Just kicking it back and talking, and talking about our days and our trading, and what's going on and where we think the market's going to go. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can definitely say that Leeloo offers a lot of flexibility in ways that traders such as myself can engage you. I am a part of that Discord group. I do follow Leeloo on Twitter, and I've seen other traders engage your support team directly via Discord, and get direct response through those various types of platforms as well. So I think that's super cool. Um, Now, so Chris, I think a lot of us want to know, what are your thoughts on the future of futures trading, and how does Lilu aim to contribute to its growth and accessibility?
Yeah, good question. I think that Lily opens the door just to a lot of people, because of the different account sizes that we offer and different budgets. The micro market, so if you trade it, like for example the MNQ, the MES, that opened the door for a lot of traders as well. So I think there's a bright future for those who are looking to get into the futures market. I think this is a great opportunity, and I think always the most important thing is to remember, have a budget, stick to that budget. Don't don't use money you can't afford to lose, because it's risky and it's tough. But I am thankful for companies like Lilu that can give a trader, an average person like me and like you, an opportunity to come and test out the markets. Test out the waters, and meet the requirements and get real life payouts. So I think it's an exciting future, and I'm glad to be a part of it with Lilu.
Well, likewise. And lastly, could you share any future plans or goals for Lilu? Are there any exciting developments or upcoming features that we can look forward to as traders?
Yeah, so it's interesting how we do things because we are data driven, you know, and I know your background is in data, and so you understand this, but I think people may not quite understand it sometimes, but we're data driven. In other words, we will test out the waters. We will put a product out for a limited time, or we may, make an announcement about a product, and we may start seeing, and we wait for the data to start coming in, and the data may tell us something else, So we may pivot to a different situation. We may make some adjustments to that. So if you ever see that we put a product out for a limited time, for example, a great example of that is the Lilu Ignite. The Lilu Ignite is you can trade when it's available. It's not always available. It's kind of a special promotion, but when it's available, if you buy it, you can trade and try to qualify $100,000 account with 14 contracts. And if you qualify, you get an upgrade to the $150,000 account. So your profit target is only $6,000, but if you and you have a $3,000 trend drawdown, but if you qualify in a practice account, the practice account to a performance account, you get the $150,000 with a $5,000 trailing drawdown, where you would have had to try to reach $9,000 in profit target. You didn't. And so that's a fun upgrade. And we tested that out, and it was a big hit, just a huge hit actually with our traders. So it's something we decided to keep. So we're always testing out the waters. We're always looking to improve everything we do to become more efficient, and while holding, the integrity of the company and keeping things, consistent and safe, uh, and getting sure that we're providing the best service that we can, and not just following, what others may be doing. But we take pride, and I think Jody gets a lot of credit for this, but we take pride in being, initiating and innovating the industry. And so, and you can see that by, you know, seeing how other companies have copied a lot of what we do, and that's fine. I think if you see something really good, it's okay to go copy it. So I get it. That makes sense. So I'm so excited about the future of Leeloo, and I'm not gonna say anything specific because we're testing out so many different things, but we wait for data to ultimately drive us. So if the traders ultimately don't respond to it, or if we do a small sample, we do a trial run, if we do a beta testing, and the numbers are just not there, we're not gonna continue to
Hmm.
push it just to push it. Like, oh, we're gonna do this because we said we are gonna do it. Then the data tells us otherwise. Well, we got to go with the data. And so, ultimately, if the traders don't want it, we're not going to just push it to say we did it, right? And so, but we have a lot of things in the pipeline where our IT team just works around the clock, and oh man, they they don't like getting the emails that I send them and the emails that Jody sends them, because we're always adding more and more to their list. Like, it's a never ending list. Just when you thought you're almost getting caught up, they have so much more to do. So I want to give them a shout out. They're very private people, so I'm not gonna say their names, but a big shout out to them and their team, because they do a phenomenal job at keeping up with Jody and I, and and all the exciting things we plan to do and want to do with Lulu and for our traders.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Chris. And on a special note, before we go ahead and wrap things up here, would you like to offer something exclusive or unique to anyone watching this video today, such as a special offer or discount or incentive, perhaps?
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you brought it up. Yes, 100%. So, I was talking and I said, to say thank you to you for being willing to do this. So a lot of people don't know this. I'm going to tell them the story if it's okay with you, Chris. But um,
Absolutely.
I had a I gave you a call and I said, Chris, I think you have a great story. You're a good person. You're an honest guy, and just like I work with some other affiliates, for example, there's another affiliate named Jess, and she's just a phenomenal person, by the way. So shout out to her. But you are also a phenomenal person. You're great, and I think you have great integrity and stuff. I kind of like said, hey man, you should, I don't know, do something and share your experience with others. And you really didn't want to. You're like, no, you're very private, and you got other things going on. But but thank you for agreeing to do this, because I think your story is going to connect, like I mentioned before, with so many other people. And so to say thank you to you, and thank you to everyone watching this video, and supporting you and supporting Lilu, I want to do a couple things. So I'm going to go down the list for you. So just because I have a little more experience on this. Uh, so the we're going to do something we have not done in a long time. So we have a lot of traders asking us, hey, when are the weekly accounts going on sale? If you don't know what the weekly accounts are, for those listening, the WK Weekly Lilu account is, if you qualify. Okay, they're, by the way, you qualify just like any other account. They're a monthly subscription. Every 30 days, they rebill on a subscription base, unless you cancel. And once you qualify, you you just need to have 10 trading days to request your payout once you've reached the dollar amounts required to request that payout. And you can request your payout on Tuesday. And then after your first request, you just need 4 trading days in between. Uh, and we do payouts on that on Tuesdays. Okay. So that's the weekly account. So they're typically just a little higher than our regular accounts, but they're 70% off, 70% off right now using the code here on the screen that you can see. Thank you, Chris. P7AEWK9. You can buy up to 3 per trader. Um, and this is for the first month only. And this code is only good until May 19th, this Friday, 11 to 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So May 19th, 2023. I have to say the year, Chris, because what happens is somebody next year is going to be like, hey, man, I saw the code and it's not working. You're like, dude, that's from last year. So, Chris, one advice to you: if you ever do this, get sure you give them the specific start and end date. So it's available right now. If you're watching this, if it's before or on May 19th, 2023, 11:59 p.m. Eastern, the code is good. You see it on the screen. You get 70% off the weekly 25K, 50K. You can buy up to 3 with that code. But we're not gonna stop there, Chris. You're like, hey, Chris, what about you? I know you're a fan of the foundation accounts and the bundles, so I had to keep going. So we're doing 80% off. Okay, all the foundation accounts, excluding the Express and the Ignite, because those are already a great deal as it is. So the 25K, 50K, 100K, 150K, 250K, 300K accounts, the Glide, all 80% off for the first month only. What that means is the first month you get the discount. The second month, if you haven't canceled and you continue trading, you paid the full price. That's all that is. And this is also good until May 19th at 11:59 p.m. using the code P22N4YKH. So take advantage of that as well. And you can buy up to 10 of those. Okay. And the last but not least, for sure, and I know this is one of your favorite accounts, is the LB bundle accounts. 96% off, Chris. I can't believe you talked me into it. You're a great negotiator. Um, and so I'm kidding. He didn't negotiate anything, but he was like, hey, man, give me a great deal. I'm like, okay. I was like 50% off. You're like, come on, man, you can do better. I'm like, okay. So 96% off code, and the code there is HelloChris. So HelloChris, LB bundles accounts of 25K and 50K only. So this is for the 25K and 50K LB Lilu bundle. You can buy up to 10, mix and match if you want with that code HelloChris. This is not a monthly subscription. So the bundles are a little different. I'm going to take a second to explain those. The bundles is if you go to our website, lilutrading.com, you're going to see some tabs. You'll see the LL Foundation accounts. You're going to see the LB Bundles accounts. And if you go to LB Bundles, and then next to it, you see the little entries and then the weeklies. But on the bundles, you will get 5. So when you buy it and you use the code HelloChris, you get 96% off the 25K bundle, the 50K bundle. Once you buy it, you will receive 5 accounts at the same time. And those accounts are good for 30 days from the day you buy it. Okay, so they'll all expire in 30 days. And the way to look at it is you have 5 chances to qualify because only one account within the bundle can become a performance account if you meet the requirements. So that's going on right now. If you have more questions about that, you can always email us at Leeloo. And the email for Leeloo is support@leelutrain.com, Chris. And I know you're going to probably have a lot of new people who have never been with Leeloo, never heard of Leeloo. So if you have any questions, visit us at leelutrading.com, or you can also email us support@leelutrading.com. Ask us any question. We're here around the clock to help you and assist you. If you have any questions before you buy this, please, please, please ask questions. Don't just go and buy it and then, like be surprised later. Please ask us the questions. We'll love to help you with that, and we'll definitely do that. And I know that Chris, in the description below, you're gonna insert all the codes and the links so people can click your link and use your code. So to support your content creation, because you are an affiliate, correct, Chris?
That's right.
Yeah. So that's going to be a great way to support Chris and his creation. And, and I know that he's going to probably do this with other companies as well. And that's fine. I told Chris, hey, the biggest thing we look for is that we just ask people to be honest and have integrity. And, if you're going to be an affiliate with Leeloo, that's what we want. You can 100% go and also be an affiliate for other companies. There's nothing wrong with that. But we just ask that you are honest and have integrity and speak the truth and get sure there's no misinformation out there about what we offer or what other companies offer. So thank you for that, Chris, so much. So I know in the description below you're going to include that information about the links. So please click his links. So and then also use the discount code appropriate for each sale that you're looking to buy. So I think that's it. Oh, Chris, we're gonna do the giveaways, right? We're gonna do 5 Leeloo Express giveaways.
Yep, yep,
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah, and you're gonna do it at random. I'm trying to remember, so correct me if I'm wrong. But so here's what people need to do, right? They need to take action. They need to make a comment in the comments below on this video, correct? What's your biggest struggle in trading has been? What do you struggle with the most? And your thoughts of this interview, correct?
Then you did my job for me, Chris. Thank you.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. And then also like this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the Lilu YouTube and to this channel, the Chris's channel here. And then what you and I would do, Chris, is when you're ready, we will go over that criteria, get sure that everybody who we look to review is both subscribed to you our Lilu's YouTube and your channel. They've made those comments and stuff. And once we do that, we'll give out free 5. So one to each. We'll select 5 random winners. Okay, 5 separate traders to give one free Leeloo Express away to them. So pretty easy deal, for $77 worth. That's not bad.
Yeah. Certainly not. And as you mentioned before, one of my objectives with this channel and these series of videos is to provide an unbiased perspective of all the options available to us as traders in the market. And I want to start with Leeloo because that's where I started. And before we conclude this, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to you, Chris, the CEO of Lilu Trading, for taking the time to join us in this interview. Your insights, your expertise have truly enriched our discussion and provided immense value to our viewers and even myself. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to Lilu Trading for their generosity in extending special promotions and incentives to all the viewers of this video. This opportunity to engage with your platform and experience its benefits firsthand is truly appreciated. So, to our viewers, don't miss out on this exclusive offer from Lilu Trading. Take advantage of the promotions mentioned in this video and embark on your trading journey with a supportive and innovative platform. And remember, learning and growth are ongoing processes, and Lilu's here to support us every step of the way. Once again, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lilu Trading, for your commitment to empowering traders and making this special offer available to our audience. Stay tuned for more content, more videos just like this. And until next time, keep learning, stay humble, and may your trading journey be filled with success.